What's up, motherfuckers? What's up, you fucking weeaboos? It's the Higher and Happy Half Hour. There's bears in Tahoe just walking around, baby. Look at this. Look at this shit, guys. Look at this. Look at these bears. These bears just bearing around. Moo! Could you imagine coming out of your fucking hotel room and seeing that shit? It's the biggest goddamn dog I've ever seen. That's a bear! Holy shit. We came to see Tahoe. We wanted to swim in the beautiful, beautiful Lake Tahoe. And now we're snuggling with bears. Oh boy. Yeah, the news has been crazy today guys. Not only, like, okay, so why are there bears?
Dry, no moisture.
Tahoe's on fire.
Trees,
their home burnt down.
That hits them,
So now they're taking up residency in hotels, guys.
Erupt in flames. Some of them may be diseased or damaged on top of that, so they make them even more susceptible to that kind of wildfire and spread of wildfire.
Yeah, they're looking for that. Yeah, the trees are all, man. The California's been burning most of my life. I'm 30 years old. I feel like it's always on fire.
What are the issues that the crews are dealing with that's making it so difficult to battle this?
If I have any homies or any viewers near Lake Tahoe, get the fuck out. Evacuate, boy. Get out of there. There's bears, there's fires. Oh, yeah. Ooh, Arianthe. I'm so glad you're here. Yeah. Get the fuck out of Tahoe. It's on fire. It's fucking crazy.
Cal Fire and the U.S. Forest Service have admitted we don't have enough. We have our reservoirs, which are down. We have water. A lot of wells are.
Okay, good. Mandatory evacuations. Hell yeah. Get the fuck out. Do not be like, I'm gonna live through it. You can't. It's fire, baby. It plays by ghost rules. It'll tear through a wall. Yeah, it has been on fire for 30 years. California has been on fire for 30 years. And now it's gone to shit with COVID. You know, Melrose. All the shops are shut down on Melrose, I heard. Like, there are places historically in California that are like hubs of our culture that are now like tent cities. And that's crazy! You know, the mass west, the exodus out of the west. Everyone knows Joe Rogan went to Austin. Everyone's moving to Austin like a month. Those ads that say move to Northwest Arkansas. You missed your chance moving to Austin. Well, try Northwest Arkansas. Like the fuck? Our town's trying to ride the coattails of a goddamn Lake Tahoe. Yeah, she's about to earn that retirement. Susie, how's it going at Lake Tahoe? And they just cut to an urn. Like, oh shit. She burnt down. So I assume this is what Christian hell looks like, yes?
If we could just get a little of what they have here, I mean, we would be golden. But right now, the Golden State.
I would assume.
It's ashy.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, and Rachel, what's the air quality like in the region right now?
I mean, I've covered a lot of wildfires.
What's the air quality like right now?
It was almost worse. The wind is kicking up, so
Bitch,
it's clearing.
bad? Can you not see? Do you need me to fucking... I'm wearing a mask, hey, for not because of COVID. As you can see, I'm by my fucking self. But you can't see a fucking mile away.
One of the reasons they wanted everybody to get
Fucking hilarious.
be able to keep them out
Oh
of
my
harm's way.
god.
One thing that's helping in this area, I would say, is in talking with officials, is that this is a resort area. And a lot of people come up here in the winter. There are people that are in the cabins in the summer, but not as many. So if it's a second home or vacation home, it's not like the middle of ski season, you know. It's not
People aren't really up here right now. Don't worry about it. Like, oh my gosh.
and they've heeded those warnings. We saw nobody yesterday covering this fire, only fire officials. We saw
I'll find out when I die.
So far, we have about 660 structures that have burned, and a lot of people watching the news coverage say, "Oh, that's my grandma's cabin." You know,
Was that a legit question?
that area I'm concerned about.
Yes, sir, Anthony.
Because that's a populated area. And actually,
I've been told I bought backstage passes
going down. Now, we're
to
gonna
hell,
look after
which is
this
fine.
bit, and we're gonna go down to
I'm gonna bring some marshmallows and a shirt that says "No head, no backstage pass."
Several other media outlets are there. And we have another crew there as well. And I know they had some hot shots that were working. Some of the pop-up.
Probably had my backstage passes to hell when I was like what, 16, 17.
I just heard from a fire official that the fire is quote well seated in Christmas Valley, and what that means is that it's
This
not
is
just hot spots.
get her out of here, but don't air her back out. Don't air vac her like that lady that fucking did the woo at the fucking. Hold on, that fucking lady who got air vac'd out wrong. Air vac gone wrong. Here she is. This bitch is still dizzy.
It's the video shocking the nation.
You know she's still dizzy. Look at that.
Elderly female hiker is strapped to that stretcher and it's spinning wildly. Just watching the video makes you dizzy. Can you imagine the terror the patient was experiencing? She spins a shocking 175 times. The ordeal lasted for a full 2.5 minutes.
Why is there one now? She was like, yesterday there was no hurricane on land. And she gave this yeah. People in Louisiana, they don't leave for the hurricanes. They're like, nah, we'll be fine, baby. They don't give a shit. We gonna ride it out up here. Like they don't. There's a different breed down there, swamp people. They're like, it's a little water. We be a little wet now. And they'd be fucking fine with it. So, yeah, this lady, you know, this poor lady's skull, fucking top of her skull still has her brain stuck to it. And she's still dizzy. This lady, if she lives, she's still dizzy. Boy, how do you fuck up an air vac that bad? You have one job.
Oh my gosh.
Don't do this. How do you even... oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So, oh man, so they're seeking Donald Trump's fucking phone records for the insurrection on the 6th. Now, here's the thing. I have an opinion on the insurrection. I think Trump was a cryptically in there for the liberal agenda and made the Republicans look crazy. Like he was put there to pull out their most zealous of crazy fucks within the Republican demographic and get them arrested. And he did. Like he said, fly coach to a riot, and then he black vanned them all. I'm like, that's not a dude that's on your side. Don't spin your patient day. They did. They said, let's make this one fun. We're going to have fun today. They started spinning that bitch around. Yeah, okay, so this committee that's looking for Trump's phone records has issued it to different agencies. Like, hey, we want those phone records. I'll be interested to see. You know, I think that kind of thing should already be public. Our president before Trump, Obama, used a BlackBerry that was on the kind of White House servers and shit. Like, I'm pretty sure there wasn't anything that those committees couldn't access of his. I don't think Trump ever gave over his like personal social media or devices, which is a major security risk if you're the commander in chief of our armed forces, in my opinion. But I'm someone who thinks that man never should have been applicable to be president because of the emoluments clause. This man's government or companies associated with the Chinese government, because you can't be a company in China without being associated with the Chinese government. They're communists. Again, this is a massive conflict of interest. He never should have been president. And then what did he do? He had his most crazy fucking QAnon supporter. They built a whole movement really just to round these fucking crazy fucks up, I think. And, you know, and now we're here. Man, there's probably so many trust funds that got just fucking sank into litigation the moment that fucking insurrection happened. Like, you know, in the long run, Trump might have been, as a Jewish American, like, I am glad that a lot of those crazy fucks were a little more open with their beliefs, because now I know who the fuck to look out for, and a lot of them have had their trust funds sucked up in litigation, or got Me Too'd, or their business closed, or aren't allowed to go anywhere or do anything. Fuck 60 Minutes. We're not trying to watch 60 Minutes, YouTube. I'm catching up on the news with my friends. Hold on. Because the news has been crazy lately, and I've decided to do this with the Higher and Happy Half Hour. Get a little lifted. Watch a little news with my homies. Man, they're still pulling out a... You know, I've done some messy pull-out jobs, guys. Like, I've really fucked a room up. Like, I've definitely, like, made a mess. Like, I've pulled out, you know, it's like, hey, you can go inside me. And I'm like, fuck that. I blow all over the room. I'm a messy pull-out man. Is what I do. It's my style. Now, I considered myself the king of it until America pulled out of Afghanistan. Holy shit. In the history of messy pullouts, I don't think there's ever been a messier pullout. Oh my god. You managed to spray just foul intention all over an entire populace. Afghanistan's shit. Hillary Clinton, when she was Secretary of State, I believe, just personal opinion, I blame her for the state of Libya right now. You know, Libya, I believe, is still a failed state with an open slave market. Afghanistan, look what we did. We went in, we tried to help, we fucking pulled out, did a messy pullout job, came on everybody. And now it looks like a bunch of regretful, cum-drenched calendar auditions. Like, it's bad. It's bad. Let's see. Kabul residents urge Taliban to create jobs. Look, they're not going to create jobs for women. They're fundamentalist Muslims. That's how that goes. I am of a very particular stance on this situation because I'm a Jewish American who, you know, I'm going to claim my birthright trip. I am pro-Israel, but I'm not. I'm a supporter of the two-state solution for Israel. So I have Muslim friends. I like the Muslim community. I've shared meals with Muslim people, prayed with them, love the faith, read the Quran. But the fundamentalist Muslims, you know, not only do I feel like they are, most forms of organized orthodoxy are fucking nuts. Like, they're just nuts. Like, that, you know, you see things happen when you have orthodoxy, right? You see things, inbreeding goes up, abuses against children go up. There's statistically almost no benefit in the modern world, in my opinion, to an organized orthodoxy. None of the previously established ones we have from our time in the desert are good. They seem to serve no, you know, other than good as a whole. Individuals have plenty of stories of finding a faith, and I would never want to take that kind of thing away from anybody, but as a man of faith, I don't go about it like that. I don't see how anybody could read any religious text and feel the need to do some of the things people are doing now. Do not tell. Ooh, boy. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so people didn't. Louisiana just doesn't know what to do with its amount of rain ever. Look at these motherfuckers on a... Ooh. 150-mile winds? In fucking Louisiana? Oh yeah, sorry to rant. I like to rant. I get political. I like to ramble. It's just simply awful. Oh shit. Man. I couldn't imagine. I went from the Ozarks to the desert, and now I don't, I've experienced a certain amount of rain, but I'm from the Ozark Plateau, Arianthe too, where it's like tornadoes don't necessarily hit us. They kind of go around us. Like storms, they either hit us really fucking hard or they go around us entirely. And in the particular area I'm from, I think like a tornado's touched down, twice in our lifetime, Arianthe. One time on my cousin's house, the Caspermeyers. Shout out Kyle Caspermeyer. I'm sorry that your house got destroyed in a tornado. You and your brothers, my cousins. Love you guys. Holy shit. So I've, I've never seen devastation like this, though. I feel so fortunate at times that I've never seen my home just sucked up in a hurricane. Hey, you gonna need new roofing. Hey, your decking looks fine, though. Like, a rainbow. They caught a rainbow. I will say, experiencing monsoon season as like an Archie, as like a kind of Appalachian Ozark Plateau cat, boy, is it fucking wild. I've never seen so much rain. We'll get the kind of rain I'm used to getting at home over the course of 3 days in fucking 30 minutes here, and it's fucking insane. Hey, I'm fucking hillbilly. Every time it rains here, open the windows like, wow, I've never seen rain look like that. Oh. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Where Ida is headed next. Yeah, we're gonna get some inland rain, guys. If you're white, go get milk and bread. To eat that milky bread soup or whatever the fuck y'all are making with that shit. I don't understand. I've never understood that. Oh, Biloxi, Mississippi. I got friends around. You go pick up body parts in Joplin. Okay, so Arianthe's actually she moved to a part that's almost known for tornadoes. Joplin, Missouri is fucking crazy. I as a teen, when I hear Joplin, Missouri, honestly, what I think Arianthe is church gigs, like when you're in an emo band and you go around and you play like endless churches. In the Midwest, there's like every church is like, we're set up for sound for the teenagers tonight. They just book all the emo bands. Holy shit, though. Joplin is, man, I couldn't imagine having to go pick up body part. I mean, I can, Grandpa Merck was a first responder, and there's been a few times as a kid I've had to roll with him on some pretty wild shit. It's never fun to have to face death in that way. Proud of you for being there for those people, though, Anthony. That's a tough situation to be in. Nurses are quitting. High stress ICU guys. The Delta variant. We just got out of a quarantine. Arianthe, I am COVID negative. Lux is COVID negative. Oh, 2011. That was a shit ass. Yeah, like a jumbotron, and that bitch was fucking on the ground one morning. I remember driving by, and I'm like, "What the fuck happened to our school?" Oh, really, YouTube? You don't give me trouble now, boy? It's not even like prime time. I've been having issues with this city internet. YouTube's been shite today. Just the internet in general in this area is kind of sketch. But I'm like in the metropolitan area. Like there's a train stop right there. And homeless people smoking meth outside my window. And, you know, it's actually a true story. With a tiny 1-year-old Caden, you had baby Caden. Hey, tell your babies I said hello. I miss your sons. I'm excited for our sons to play together more. Yeah. Okay. So this COVID shit though. So I'm in an inner city situation, right? That's kind of the point I'm getting at. But like going to the hospital and getting COVID tested here is a little different than even like, you know, the small ass place I kind of was from, where it's like really personalized medical care, honestly. And here it's like, ooh, getting Lux into a test was fucking wild. Bougie Seligman. Trying to explain people the Irish or the Italian vibe of Tawny Town, spelt Taunty Town, is really weird. We have some weird ass places where we're from. We're from that stray animal belt.
For 7 years, she worked overnights as an ICU nurse at a level 1 trauma center in Phoenix. When COVID came calling last year, Rangel and her co-workers stepped up.
Some nurses were working 4, 5, 6 days a week, 12-hour shifts.
Yeah, I like to hop around every different major news outlet in the morning. And I figure I'll just start doing that on stream. And I get sassy to myself. And maybe I should give these rants to y'all. Really not knowing what to do with this half hour. I just wanted to leave one, like an idea for half hour. It is like Sopranos meets Duck Dynasty in Tawny Town. It's fucking wild. Oh, we have some characters back home, man. Fucking A. Some loving ones, some crazy ones. I'd love to get some interviews and some stories about well, I don't even know if I should say it, about Tony C. You know, that dude got some, he got the, you know, that family was running Tawny Town there for a minute. They were trying to be all Sopranos. They think they running the Ozarks, boy. Nurse burnout. I bet, man. You know, being a nurse seems like one of the toughest jobs in the world. Special guest. His father was an ER nurse for years. He was known as Big John. And Big John, I couldn't imagine having to be the Big John of an ER. Imagine working overnights, you're the only big guy. I couldn't in an ER. It'd be fucking a lot. A lot to deal with all the time. But special guest has a hell of a father, I'll tell you that. He's an old head, he seems cool as shit.
In the early months of the pandemic,
They're two and all, but they're all inbred. Wouldn't it be crazy to make a fucking, try to pitch a movie about our area where it's like, nah, there's gang shit, there's meth shit, there's some crazy inbred shit. Yo, we did go to school with Arianthe, I'm sure you know this. I'll message you her name, but
He saw a pattern.
I'm pretty confident we went to somebody who was in an inbred, like had an inbred baby with their, like, I want to say father. And oh my gosh, like I know this because after high school, she came to
He opened a
uh,
DVD store, hoping
a yard sale I was having. I had a yard sale to try to raise money to go on a tour.
Nurses say what they really need from it.
That's how
Reinforcements.
bad music was going, was I had to raise money to go on tour and not have money to, like, or need to go on tour. It was bad. But
would you ever consider going back to the hospital and taking that kind
yeah,
of job after the pandemic?
we've seen some weird shit.
I would definitely go back.
Aiken believes hiring more full-time nurses pays for itself through savings from fewer infections, shorter lengths of stay.
And these nurses, you know, they do the work. You know, you see the doctor for what?
For travel nurses at peak
5 minutes on an average checkup.
care is about people taking care of people.
And it's the nurses, all the nurses that you got to deal with, and they're the ones talking to you. They have to do all the interpersonal work. They're the ones out there catching exposures, being forced into things that are like, bitch, I'm gonna get exposed. You know, there's really no. We were not prepared for this fucking virus at all. I really, 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 you know, I'm immunocompromised. I'm not allowed to get vaccinated yet because of my autoimmune disease. They think it could cause me to go into an immune system flare up. And I don't want that. I'm not looking for all that kind of business. The doctors don't want that, so I haven't been okayed for it. But if you're listening to this and you have the option to get vaccinated and you haven't yet, find one that'll work for you. Get a primary care physician if you don't have one, and figure out what the best route of care in that situation is for you. Because, you know, I know if you had Bell's palsy, you can't get the vaccine right now, or you risk having your symptoms come back. And could you imagine having half of your fucking body go fucking limp again? Like you had a stroke? No, I wouldn't, you know.
All U.S. troops have officially left Afghanistan.
Okay, so we are actually officially, as of today, it's morning news, we are officially out of Afghanistan, every troop. That's fucking crazy.
It encapsulates what has happened there in Afghanistan. It shows maybe.
Yeah, no, children getting vaxxed, that's kind of one of those things where it's like, I wouldn't want Marshall to get vaxxed until there's a good, like, amount. I mean, here's the thing, all these variants are showing up. So you don't want to have to line a kid up to get an early vaccine and then have to get the boosters. Like, as an adult, I'd rather be the person getting the boosters and then have a one well-tested shot for the new generation. Because the children are what's important here. Like, you know,